What up, homies? Your girl Delia PhilaDehlia checking in with another kind of unique video. So, as you see, I've kind of gone down this health rabbit hole, and I'm encountering a bunch of amazing Eagles fans and football players doing amazing things. And today, I encountered not only a Jason Kelsey lookalike, but someone who's a naturopathic doctor out in New Jersey, diehard Eagles fan. So I wanted to obviously introduce him to you so that you can just be aware of all us amazing Eagles fans that are doing wonderful things to help support other human beings and better the world. So Dr. Kyle Myers, welcome to my PhilaDehlia channel. How are you doing?
Doing great. Thanks for the invite. I'm excited.
So let's get your credentials here as an Eagles fan. What got you into Eagles football?
So probably Donovan McNabb and Brian Westbrook and Brian Dawkins. Those were the guys. Those were the guys I followed. I got a black Dawkins jersey in my closet just because I'm a huge fan of what he did and the leadership qualities that he had on and off the field. So I played football in college myself, Division III, Albright College. I played middle linebacker. So that was a fun experience. But some of the football stuff, that's kind of what brought me into doing the things I do today.
So where were you when the Eagles won it all?
I was at a friend's house. One of my colleagues hosted an Eagles party, and I went over her house because she honestly has the most health conscious choices when it comes to snacks and food. So she's an integrative practitioner like myself, and so she had a great spread and a great setup. So it was really exciting to watch it from there.
Awesome. I love that. And now that I've made this health transition and I used to host tailgates where I would have all this junk food, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm going to start hosting healthy tailgates and we're
Yeah.
going to have healthy but good, delicious snacks, but it'll be a little different from the burgers and the bacon that I was grilling before.
Yeah, yeah, you could definitely be more health conscious, and it's a process. It takes time, but and there's some times where you want to be naughty, and there's other times where you just shouldn't eat that naughty good stuff for your health.
Yeah, when the Eagles win the Super Bowl, you're allowed to be naughty.
Right, exactly.
That's the deal. And so, yeah,
Totally.
Brian Dawkins, you mentioned, is your favorite player. Mine too. He's just the essence of what a perfect athlete football player is. And I just had Daryl Stinson on, which has a relationship with him. So I might be getting to chat with him pretty soon. So we'll see how that goes. Wishful thinking. But you mentioned, so you are a naturopathic doctor. So it's football that kind of transitioned you into that. How did that work?
Yeah, so when I was in high school, I fractured my spine, my lower spine, my L2 and L4 vertebrae, and at that time, I was a Division I football prospect, but I had ended up fracturing my back so badly that I had to miss my whole junior season, which is kind of the season where you get seen. And from there, I was, at the time I was only 16, so I was given either a prescription for opiates, or I was given spinal surgery as my options. And I chose the opiates, and I went about life and took them as I needed to for my pain. But it wasn't until my second year of college, when I was 19, when I realized that I was actually very, very dependent upon them, and I wasn't able to operate throughout my days without being able to take those opiates, especially playing college football. You're up at 5 o'clock, doing some calisthenics, doing some cardio, and then you're getting in the gym, and then you're showering before you go to classes and everything. And I would just, sometimes my back would hurt so bad I couldn't even feel my legs from the sciatic pain. And I said, you know what, I need to find a different way. I need to find a different way to be able to manage my health issues, provide health options for those around me. And it's got to be more than a script or a surgery. And it's not that I'm against any pharmaceutical drugs. It's just, there's a time and a place for them. And I think being educated on evidence-based options is critical in order to allow the patient to find what they want to do for their overall health issues. And it's really about choice. But if the natural therapeutics that are evidence-based that I recommend don't seem to be effective after 6 to 12 months, I tell them, hey, look, let's step back. Let's think of standard of care in medicine, and let's evaluate what that is and use nutritional supplements or diet to combat the potential nutrient depletion from the mechanism of action of those drugs. So however people want their health issues managed, I won't typically give the standard of care. I will refer them to their primary care, their specialist for it, but I will be happy to support them through the process of nutrient depletion, drug herb interactions, drug supplement interactions, et cetera, and make sure that they know what to take that's safe and also potentially effective based on the evidence in the medical literature.
Awesome. Like, I love that. So you just have all these components, and like there's people that kind of only get one perspective from just one person giving them information if that's just their primary doctor, but there's a lot of complementary things that can be done in support. And I love you telling your football story because it's the unseen part of the football players, right? We just look at the top guys and they're, in the limelight, and occasionally they get injured, but we don't even think of like the actual pain they're going through on a daily basis. And there's such a huge percentage of people that don't even make it to that place where people are aware of them and what they're doing. So the way that we got in contact is because I'm hosting a Kingdom Health Summit, which is an integration of nature, science, and scripture to give a 6-step roadmap to optimum health to support people during this quarantine as we're getting ready to kind of reintroduce ourselves to the real world. So for those of you that are interested in this type of information, again, it's very different from PhilaDehlia talking just Eagles all the time. Like, I'm going to nerd out, talk about some crazy things, and it's very, godly inspired. And so I just want to prep you guys. You're invited, but just know what you're getting. It's not normal PhilaDehlia stuff, but it's educational. And I think it could apply to a lot of you here. So Dr. Myers, if you can just give the viewers here, the subscribers, a quick teaser on some of the stuff you might be talking about with regards to CBD is going to be the main topic of discussion.
Yeah, so we'll be talking about CBD today, which is cannabidiol, which is an extract of cannabis, also known as marijuana. And we'll talk about a little bit of the history of how cannabis and CBD has become a medicine, what its uses were in the past, and how it's helped our American economy grow and become independent in the way that it has. And then also we'll talk about why we lost sight of using this as a tool in our medical care. And then we'll talk about what the evidence is, the safety, and also whether it's right for you or not, and where to find a good quality product.
Awesome. So there you have it, guys. We got an Eagles fan just spitting knowledge right here, and I'm just ready to absorb it all. So if you guys want to join, kingdomhealth-summit.com is the website, and Dr. Kyle Myers will be featured on day 6. So stay tuned. So that's it. I'm going to sign out. Thank you, Dr. Myers, for being here, and I'll see
Thank
y'all
you.
soon.
Have a
Go
good one.
Eagles!
Go Birds.
EAGLES!